Okay, good evening, everybody. Good evening and welcome to our call for tonight. And what we're going to be talking about tonight is creating branded graphics on demand without being or hiring a designer. And I think I'm pretty sure I can see you in the chat. Good evening to you, Diana. Good to see everybody here. And so let's dive right in. And my goal is always to get you out of here in 30 minutes. So I'm really looking to finish up by 7:32. So we're going to be talking about creating professional graphics on demand without being or hiring a designer. Just a little introduction. Both Laurel and I are of gainmindshare.com. We own and run a brand called the PLR Show, and we've done this since 2011. Our customers are online business owners, coaches, and trainers. And we create instructional on-screen over-the-shoulder tutorial video courses called private label rights or PLR. And our customers use our products to train and sell digital products on their own. So many of them are going to be present here tonight. So in this weekly workshop, in our meetup, we're going to be teaching you the same concepts that we put in our training with our PLR clients. And of course, we train on both Tuesdays and Saturdays. Looking to help you to build out your online business. And in some cases on Saturday, if you just want to start an online business all by itself, that's what we're going to be talking about there. Make sure you're signed up for all of our future workshops at extremebusinessmakeover.com. Hello, Giselle. Good to see you also. Okay, so let's dive in. Talking about how to create branded professional graphics on demand without being or hiring a designer. People who are marketing information nowadays, you're just needing to have graphics, right? With every passing year, things get to be more and more visual. And in order to convey the value of what it is that you have, even if you have dramatic expertise, you really do need to have graphics in order to get people to pay attention. And there's really always been a need for graphics when you are doing anything when it comes to presentation or document related content, right? And you already know, if you've done anything offline or if you've done anything to bring people to something that you have in person, even if it's something as small as or big as a lemonade stand. I mean, you've got to be able to make a good looking flyer or an attractive flyer. You've got to be able to create posters or business cards or something that's going to be visual to give people the idea or to give people a tangible sense of what it is that you're offering. You've also got to have things to put on social media. So in some cases and in some points, getting on social media and just kind of saying, hey, here's what I have, eventually, that really kind of runs short. You do need to have things that are going to be visual. Sometimes what you have is going to be branded. In other words, you put something on it, it's got your logo on it, or it's got your saying on it, or there's something on it visual that represents your business. Other times you just put something out there that just kind of represents you. It doesn't necessarily have something that is let's say, has your logo or your specific business on it, but it represents you. But it's all got to be created quickly. And so sometimes you don't really have time to have your designer go out and do something. Or, if you're really into Photoshop, you don't really have time to get into Photoshop and to do something quickly and to put it on social media in order to take advantage of, let's say, something that you've got going where people are paying attention to you. There is a platform that will help you to be able to do that. It's called Canva. And if you haven't seen it already, you can see it at canva.com. So let's talk a little bit about Canva. It's a cloud-based platform that's made for people to use to create graphics, in particular with their brand, right? So everything on Canva is customizable. So if you've got a specific logo or you've got a specific brand, you can do that. It's also made for specific promotions. So in other words, let's say that you've got something that you're doing on Tuesday. You've got something different that you've got to talk about that's going on Saturday. Well, Canva can help you to be able to do that. Let's say that you've got content you've got to create. In other words, maybe you've got something, you've got to put a cover on something, or you've got to do a presentation about something. You can use Canva in order to do all those kinds of things. And you can also make them slightly consistent, very consistent, at varying levels of consistency, depending on what it is you want to do. And one of the things that I think people really like about Canva, I certainly like this, is that it really assumes that the individual that's going to be using it doesn't have any graphic design experience. Sometimes you can get a graphic, you can do something with graphics, and it really looks like you don't have any experience. But Canva is really made for people who don't have any experience and who want to be able to create something fast, but don't want it to look like they don't have any graphics experience. It also really assumes that the individual has multiple needs for customizable graphics, like I said. So in other words, you could have a different need for a different kind of graphic every single day of the week these days. Even if whether you're sharing it on social media, whether you're doing YouTube videos, whether you are doing presentations, whether you are creating folders, you could have a different need for graphics every single day of the week. Specifically, if you're doing anything to market yourself or market your information, market your expertise online, giving people that visual expectation. It's really made for anybody to create the graphics they need for any occasion. So that's really what it's designed for. So it's designed for one person to have one account, to come to one place, to have all of their designs available to them, to have templates available to them, so that they will then be able to take those templates and then make something that's consistent with the brand, right? And that's what really makes it kind of cool. The graphics are typically customizable and downloadable. So in other words, once you create it on the platform, you need to be able to use it, right? Sometimes you can go to a platform and then you've got to have it on their platform. Well, you can have it customizable and you can download it instantly, right? And you can start using it in your business. So this is a very unique platform where you can do all of these things. And so there you see Canva. And so one of the things about Canva, if you go to canva.com, you'll notice that, there's going to be a free and a paid version. And one of the things about Canva is that you can really start using the free version, experience some of the benefits before you do anything paid. So, this is not the kind of thing where you got to put in your credit card almost right away in order for you to get the benefit. You really don't start putting in your credit card until you start looking for some of those paid options. So one of the things you should do is to go to canva.com and get the free version and start using it. When you have something that you want to do, just use some of the tools, and then when you run into a case where you're going to need something paid, then you can engage and you can upgrade into the paid version. The paid version is really minute. I think it's maybe $15 for the paid version, but you don't even have to use that until you really need it, or until it's really necessary and it's going to really benefit you to have the paid version. Canva does a good job of, when you get to that point, it'll tell you, hey, you know what? If you want to use this feature, you are going to need the paid version. So once again, just use the free version until you are ready to use the paid version. Canva also has a mobile application. So in other words, if what you're doing, or if most of the time that you spend is going to be on your mobile device, maybe you're spending a lot of time on your tablet, you can use Canva on the tablet. You can use Canva on the mobile, on your mobile device. You're looking at, Canva on an iPhone right here. The same thing is going to be true on Android. So you can take advantage of all of the features on your mobile device. And this is really handy because, in many cases, you're not always going to be at your desktop. In some cases, you're going to be on the go and you've got something that you've got to finish, or you want to work on something and you want to work on something tangible. You have access to the same account that's on your desktop, on your mobile, wherever it is that you carry your mobile. So again, very handy application in that way. You can also add in what I call team members, right? And that's what's really kind of cool about Canva. So let's say that what you're doing is you're working with, let's say, 2 other individuals on a team, or you are outsourcing to someone. I recently saw that for people who create YouTube videos, they can have someone else create their own templates and put them in Canva in order for you to customize them, right? So you can add on team members and you can take off team members when you have a need. So this is a very handy feature to use when you really need someone, to work with you on your Canva account. Now, you can invite other team members. Now, you are going to need to be able to, you're probably going to need to upgrade in order to do that, but you can do that temporarily. So this is still going to be a lot less than hiring a designer. If you have a designer to design a set of graphics for you, you're probably talking on the low end for a particular month. You're going to be talking about something on the order of $300. What you're doing here in Canva is you're giving your designer, or you're giving the person access to your Canva account, and you're going to have to pay an additional $15 a month. And I think there's even a discount if you add in a second person. So again, having a team member is still convenient, even though you're going to have to pay more for that team member. You're going to be paying less than if you actually went out to hire a designer, right? Canva really is cool because you have design elements in it. So in other words, what you're doing is you're taking the templates that Canva has available and you are reforming them, right? You've got your own design elements. So everything is template based. So you're looking at a template right here from Canva. And basically what you can do here with this template is you can then go in and edit out the text. You can then change out some of the pictures. You can change in and swap in some things that you think look better than the elements in the template. As you can see here, you can add in text. You can change the background. You can add in elements. So again, and in some cases, when you have the paid version, you can even resize the template. So in other words, what Canva will do is it will readjust, right, the template that you're working with a particular size that you want. So again, this is a very good way of being able to do something on demand where maybe you don't necessarily have time to go out and hire a designer. And really, even if you think about this, you can hire out something to a designer, but they can't move instantaneously. And so even if you are getting it off your plate and you need it right away, they're not going to be able to turn it around within 30 minutes, right? You can jump on Canva and do something, and then you can have this done in 15 to 30 minutes or however long it takes you to reform a design. You can output Canva into just about anything that you need. So for example, you can output Canva into a presentation, and this can be handy. So in other words, you can create a presentation. You can create business cards. You can create a flyer. You can output Canva into just about any form that's going to be graphical. So if you think about something that you got to do where you're going to have your logo on it, you're going to have to put some dates on it. You're going to have to put some images on it. Maybe you're going to have to put yourself on there. If you think about all those things, and the fact that you're going to have different formats you're going to have to output to, you need to have one place that you can do that so you can reuse some of the elements that you already have. That's what Canva does, right? So you can output into several formats. One of the things that you may really find helpful, the presentations that such as we're doing right here with you, you can turn your own Canva into a different kind of presentation. So in other words, what do we mean by that? As you can see here, you can turn Canva into a PowerPoint presentation and use it on someplace like Google Docs, right? So if you need to create a presentation for Google Docs, Google Sheets, you've got the free version, you can then create a presentation on Canva and then use it on your Google Docs. So once again, it is a very helpful application for just about anything that you've got to do in order to create the kind of graphics that you need. You can output the graphics directly to social media. I really like that. So in other words, you're looking at being able to take something that you're doing on Canva and then move it straight on to Twitter. Right. And so, if you take all of different sizes and formats, You can then create something that's size specific. You can create something that's access specific and place it on your social media. Again, and you can also directly connect your application, like we're looking at Twitter here, to Canva in order to seamlessly put that content onto your application. You're looking here at Pinterest, right? So, Pinterest is a very visual application. And so you can create that app, you can create those images on, on Canva, exactly the size that you need, exactly the dimensions that you need. And again, you can brand them and make them available on your social media. So it's a really cool thing to be able to slide those things over to Pinterest. You can slide them into Facebook. So, once again, one thing that you may be lacking, when you've got an event, right? Sometimes you can have a different event for every day of the week. And so if you were to do a different event, you can actually go in to Canva and you can broaden out, what it is that you're doing so that, you are basically, just tweaking a design and making it different for, Monday. You can make it again slightly different for Tuesday. You make it slightly different for Wednesday. And again, just upload it directly to your Facebook page. You're looking at a really crude example of a design, but again, you don't really have to be great at designing to use Canva. You just got to be able to get to the application. You're looking at being able to take, a design and do it on Instagram. So, on Instagram, you need square designs. And so basically what you're looking at here is the ability for you to create those square designs on, for your Instagram account. And again, now in this case, you're going to have to download them to your hard drive. You're going to have to upload them to your Instagram account. But again, the hardest part is going to be getting it into the format and design that you want. And then, the easy part is getting it into your Instagram account. But again, all these are good things are going to be available inside of Canva. Now you're looking at that QR code. Now that QR code is one that I had on my hard drive. So again, I was able to not only create this graphic, but I can also upload an image of mine, place it on this graphic so that it can then be placed on my Instagram account. Right. So, you're trying to get people to, let's say, buy something, or you got to get people to visit a site. You can have them, place their QR code on, or you can have them scan the QR code that you have placed custom on any design that you have. That's just one example of one thing that you can do. And of course, one thing that, if you've created YouTube videos for any length of time, the thing that you really should have is a thumbnail. Now, I know a lot of people don't do it, but right now, YouTube is really looking closely at those videos that have thumbnails because it's trying to guess what the video is about. Now, again, that gets into a whole another set of things, but you're always going to be benefited by making sure you have a thumbnail. And so if you have a thumbnail, you're always going to be in better shape than if you don't have one. Right. So you want to make sure you've got a thumbnail so, you can then again do these things in Canva. And so you're looking at something that I created in Canva very quickly, use one of the tutorials and also put a QR code in there, uploaded it directly to this YouTube account. So again, it's not going to be very hard to do. You just got to do it in the platform. You can create PowerPoints, as I said. This is an existing design, and you can see here, I'm outputting this directly to PowerPoint. So again, everything that's created in Canva can then be placed in a format, and Canva is going to go through the conversion process. So you can begin using the same format on all of the pages you're going to have inside of your PowerPoint presentation. So again, it's very handy with these integrations. One thing that you have probably run into is doing invitations, right? And whether you do those invitations as a print invitation, you're going to print it with your computer, or you're going to print it as a PDF, you can do those things in Canva. If you look at the top right-hand corner, Canva has a specific formatting that you can do just for print invitations, right? And so again, this is going to be handy for just about anything that you're going to be doing. And once again, if you have all your branded elements in here, It's very easy for you to slide on your logo to a design like this and then have it printed. Everything in Canva is personalized, right? You're looking at just an image that I downloaded from one of the elements here in Canva. And so I can then have access to this image and I can place this image on anything I want. So if I decide, let's say I'm going to put my logo on that screen and I'm going to use it on all of the elements I'm going to have going forward, I can do that in Canva, right? So again, everything I do, I can personalize. Everything I do, I can brand. Everything I want to do, I can make peculiar or particular to what it is I'm trying to communicate about my company, about myself, and about my brand. I can publish these things wherever I want them to be. Okay, so any questions? Any questions on using Canva? Any questions? Okay, any questions? Once again, now Canva does have multiple options, right? There's some things that you're only going to be able to discover when you look into the menus. You could come to a platform, you could have all the tools, but you could miss these things if you don't necessarily know where to look and what to do. And some of these things are going to be only discoverable if you know they're in the menus. And so we do have a course that you can actually, what I'll show you the inside of every menu, right? And all of these menus will do is they'll make Canva usable for you. So you won't miss anything. So you have all of the tools available to you, without having to go through with any of these issues. You want to find out more about it, you can go to harperacademy.com/Canva. And we do have a course, we call it Canva for Mindshare. You can pick up that course and you can get it. It's a video course. It's 40 videos and you can then walk through the video course and you can then get access to it. See, it looks like we've got a chat question here. Okay, yeah, no, Canva's fantastic, Diana. Okay, so our Canva course, you're going to be able to create your own branded graphics on demand. We've got 40 step-by-step over-the-shoulder videos showing you how to use it. There is a companion audio course inside. One of the things that you do get access to is unlimited questions to me via support. Just write me in support. I'll answer your questions. We will be doing a live webinar training on the use of Canva. It's going to be inside of a platform called Teachable. That means that you're going to be able to stream it any place where you have your desktop computer. You don't have to download anything. So when you got your desktop computer, you will be able to get access to this course just about any place from your browser. It's also on the Teachable mobile app. So if you put Teachable mobile app on your tablet or your iPhone or your Android, you can access the course any place. Now, we also do have all of our content available. And rather than overwhelm you with it, if you just want to know, you want to have access to all of our courses, right? You want to be able to know how to do any of these things, even remotely related to what you're doing online. Just send us an email at support@gainmindshare.com and we'll share with you all of our courses and everything we have available. So once again, if you want to get access to our Canva course, you can do that at harperacademy.com/Canva. harperacademy.com/Canva. Okay, so just a few more housekeeping items. You can get our daily newsletter by going to gainmindshare.com/daily training. We do workshops on Tuesdays and Saturdays. You want to get notice of those things. Just make sure you are signed up there. Now, if you're a business-to-business marketer and your customers, other online marketers or business owners, you should be on our PLR content track. And so you should just visit us at theplrshow.com. You'll be able to get access to what PLR is and how to use it. But again, if your customers are other business owners, right? You're a B2B marketer, you're a B2B business owner, or your customers, other online marketers and coaches, you should be on our content track. So visit us at theplrshow.com. I'm going to ask you to do me a favor. Now, if you found any benefit to this, I'm going to ask you to go to theplrshow.com/shout. If you feel like this has helped you in any way. And again, what this does is this helps us to get the word out about our workshop, lets people know, hey, you know what? We're not just blowing smoke. We're really helping people, and other people have found it helpful. We will be putting this on our workshop pages and our sales pages and just about anything where we're talking about our workshops as well as our courses. We like to do that so that we know real people are really benefiting. So again, if you found value in this, just go over to the plrshow.com/shout and give us a shout out there. We definitely appreciate it. Okay, so I was successful in getting you out of here in less than 30 minutes. So I'm happy that that happened. Once again, you can get our Canva for Mindshare course at harperacademy.com/Canva. And with that, thank you very much for everybody. Appreciate you all hanging out with me here. Have a great